Have you ever heard a child whisper something so heartbreaking that it changed your life forever? I thought I was only dropping off my son's old fishing rod. Instead, my grandson grabbed my hand, looked into my eyes, and whispered, "Grandpa, please don't tell Daddy. He's already too stressed." Those words didn't just break my heart. They uncovered a secret that destroyed one family and forced one grandfather to take revenge in the only way that truly mattered. My name is Walter Hayes, and at 72 years old, I believed I had already seen every kind of heartbreak life could offer. My wife, Margaret, had passed away 5 years earlier, and ever since then, my son Daniel and my grandson Ethan had become my entire world. Daniel worked long hours managing his construction company. His wife, Vanessa, always claimed she stayed home to take care of Ethan. Everything looked perfect from the outside, until one quiet Saturday afternoon. While cleaning my garage, I found Daniel's old fishing rod from his childhood. It brought back memories of weekends we spent together by the lake. I decided to surprise him by returning it. When I arrived at his house, Daniel was away on a business trip. Ethan opened the door. He smiled, but something felt wrong. He hugged me tighter than usual and quietly whispered, "Grandpa. This is our secret. Don't tell Daddy. He's already stressed." My heart skipped a beat. I gently asked him what he meant. Instead of answering, he slowly rolled up his sleeve. Dark bruises covered his small arm. I felt sick. Before I could speak, he said, "Mom says I fall down all the time. She says if Daddy finds out, he'll stop loving both of us. No child should ever believe something like that." Without wasting another second, I took Ethan straight to the hospital. The doctors completed a full examination. An hour later, the physician looked at me with serious eyes. "Mr. Hayes," he said quietly, "these injuries are not accidental. They show repeated physical abuse." My hands started shaking. I couldn't understand how Daniel had missed it. Then I remembered. He was working 12-hour days, trying to build a better future for his family, while trusting the wrong person at home. I knew I couldn't accuse anyone without proof, so I hired a private investigator. Within days, everything became clear. Vanessa wasn't only hurting Ethan, she had secretly transferred thousands of dollars from Daniel's business accounts into her brother's name. She had also planned to leave Daniel once the money was gone. I gathered every medical report, every bank statement, every photograph, and every witness statement. When Daniel returned home, I asked him to sit down. He laughed at first, thinking I wanted to show him the fishing rod. Instead, I handed him the evidence. He stared at the papers. His smile disappeared. Then he looked at Ethan. For the first time, he noticed the fear in his son's eyes. Daniel broke down crying. "Dad," he whispered, "I spent my whole life trying to provide for my family, and I failed to protect my own son." I placed my hand on his shoulder. "You didn't fail," I said. "You were deceived, but I wasn't going to let Vanessa walk away." Years earlier, Daniel had made me a trustee over part of the family's financial assets. The very next morning, my attorney froze every account connected to the stolen money. Daniel filed for divorce. The medical evidence, financial records, and investigators' testimony destroyed every lie Vanessa told in court. She lost custody. She was ordered to repay the stolen funds. And the expensive house she thought she'd keep was awarded entirely to Daniel and Ethan. That was my revenge. Not anger, not violence. Justice. Months later, Ethan and I stood beside the same lake where Daniel and I used to fish when he was a little boy. I handed Ethan his father's old fishing rod. He smiled for the first time in months. "Grandpa," he said softly, "I knew you'd believe me." I wrapped my arms around him. "No matter how old you become," I said, "you will never have to carry your pain alone." That day, I realized revenge isn't always about destroying the person who hurt you. Sometimes, the greatest revenge is protecting the innocent, exposing the truth, and making sure the people you love never have to live in fear again. If this story touched your heart, remember this. Children often stay silent because they are protecting the people they love. Listen carefully. Sometimes one whisper can save a life.